you.
Okay, well, I just heard you from the room yelling loud, so...
What's your name?
Okay, well, I was just in the room, so... Mom just yelled hella loud. Mom just yelled hella loud, so that's why I just went out there to check right when I was starting my live stream. It's hella weird. She yelled hella loud with like a deep voice. Put my stream on. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. You already know it's me, Reverend Fernando. Flawless God Season, 7's Up, God Gang, Real Live Minister, and real ordained minister, and Real Live Reverend out here, gaming it up. And I'm gonna just... my mom was just yelling. That's why I went to go check what she's yelling at. Because sometimes she yells for me like to go help her or something. So yeah. But yeah. So yeah. Let's put my audio in my headset. But yeah, it's Reverend Fernando here, and just gonna be venting that I've been suspecting my mom as being a suspect in of conspiring with my stalkers who've been stalking my house and stuff, because you know my mom knows like drug people and druggies, because she was like part of her life. My aunt's drug addict, you know, my other aunt, you know, alcoholic, and her husband Jason is a alcoholic and a meth addict too, because my mom told me she sells drugs to him. She admitted to me and my sister Miranda at the same time. I was like, oh, now you're a drug dealer, huh? But yeah, anyways, I've been suspecting my mom conspiring against me. My mom's name is Angelita, and I've just been suspecting all this things. I've been suspecting for over a year her conspiring with me, since I caught them poisoning my vegan patties with something from a biohazard specimen medical bag, and my vegan hamburger patties were inside a Ziploc bag, and they already come in a package that's like a Ziploc, so they didn't have no reason, first off, to be out of the fridge or freezer on the counter. And my mom and her friend Melissa and my sister Miranda were all out there high on meth, and my mom's leg was hurting or something, and that day the ambulance came over. I said, I'll call the ambulance, I'll call 911 for you, Mom. And I prayed for my mom. As soon as I woke up, I seen the patties on the counter. So and before that I was feeling sick, you know, I couldn't eat for like 3 days. And so that just made me suspect my mom was poisoning my food with my sister and Miranda, her Angelita, and her friend Melissa. And I suspected, I always had bad vibes from Melissa. This was last year, and I just never hung out with her. She always tried to talk to me, like offer me things, knock on my door. I would just act like I'm asleep, because I never really like felt like good energy around her, you know when you feel like you don't want to be around somebody. That's how I feel. Like I had nothing against her, I just didn't want to be around her because she was like, seemed sketchy, and she was a meth head. And yeah, it was just crazy. And yeah, and I suspected that my mom was. And then when I asked them what my patties were doing on the counter in a Ziploc bag, I got conflicting answers from my mom and my sister. They're like, someone was gonna eat one. I was like, nobody eats vegan food here but me, because they don't like vegan food. They all eat meat, and me as a vegan, I don't condone hurting or harming anything, because it's part of my veganism. That's why I'm a reverend, and I took vows of pacifism as well. And so then I vowed to God, for pacifism and abstinence, and to be committed to be vegan. Sometimes I'll eat dairy, but I won't like eat eggs or meat at all, but sometimes I'll slip up and eat dairy. And then after that, I already suspected them poisoning my food before that, because I would feel sick sometimes, couldn't eat, or would just feel nauseous or something, something was up that I could feel in my body. So I suspected them on that. And then over the time, this was last year, and then the ambulance came for my mom, because I just woken up and just Melissa was rubbing her leg, my mom's leg, saying she doesn't feel good. So then I woke up and see my patties on there, noticed that, and just didn't say nothing till later when to my mom and my sister, and they answered with conflicting answers. Then I was like, I'll call the ambulance if you're not feeling good. I'll call 911 right now. And then Melissa left outside, which was really weird, and then the ambulance got here. So I don't know why she left outside to call the ambulance, which was really sketchy, because I said I'll call the ambulance, But then I came back to my room, and then I just stayed in my room. I was going to go job searching that day. I just woke up right when I seen my burger patties and seen my mom getting her leg rubbed and stuff like that. So then the ambulance came, and I was getting like my clothes ready, because I just woken up. I was planning the job search and stuff like that, and I didn't end up job searching because the ambulance came, checked out my mom, and my mom was hurting and pain, which I don't know why. I suspect that she was getting poisoned too by her friends, because they were doing drugs. And she even admitted to me that she didn't want to go in the ambulance because they're going to take her blood or something, and that she has drugs in her system, and that's why she didn't go, even though she was in pain for a couple of days. So then after that, I just suspected they were poisoning my food. I already suspected beforehand, but then I just kept suspecting it. And I've been being stalked for a while, at least a couple of years, I think. But it became more worse as I started to stay home more. I stopped going out because I didn't want to be out in parties or doing negative things. And so we're gonna get into solo game. I didn't want to go I didn't want to go out anymore. I was just focusing on myself and God and stuff like that. And so it was just weird that situation happened. And then now I suspect that Melissa is one of my stalkers, because I heard her voice outside my window. I was sleeping in my room. My window was open. I heard a male and female's voice, and the female sounded like Melissa outside my window. And they were saying, the male said, I think he woke up. And then they kind of left. But I heard the female sounded like Melissa outside my back window talking. I don't know what they were doing outside my window, but it was really weird. On May 12th, this year, 2021, and it sounded like Melissa's, and so that kind of made me think that she was one of my stalkers. And I caught some of this conversation while I was sleeping on my PlayStation 4, and recorded it, and I saved it on video because my PlayStation was on and I can record, And I heard part of the conversation. But yeah, the female sounded like Melissa, so that's what I thought. So that's when I started thinking that she was one of my stalkers and conspiring with my stalkers and the people trying to frame me. And last year, when I found, my mom gave me a futon couch, and mom gave me a futon couch, and I was laying on the floor because I have some back pain sometimes, and I was laying on the floor stretching out, and I seen a hole in it, and just out of boredom, curiosity, reaching it, and I feel something wrapped in paper, and I find big 2 packages, and then I started tripping. I was like, what the heck is this? I've never seen this in my life. And then I ripped the bottom of the couch open, and my mom had got me the couch. So that put the suspicion of my mom actually trying to conspire against me and set me up and frame me for crimes. And I never bring nobody over. She always had drug addicts in the living room with her, my sister, always in the living room, because I don't trust nobody. And then at that point, at that point I was like just sketched out. I was like having bad anxiety. I didn't want to be around nobody. It just felt like super scared, and I still have anxiety of like being around people. That's why I stay to myself most of the time and just in my room. I don't even go to family functions or events, go see my family, because I don't know which family to trust. And yeah, it sounds weird, but yeah, I'd rather be with myself and not have to worry about like people trying to set me up. But yeah, I started suspecting my mom, because she's the one that gave me the futon couch, and I ripped it. I put it in my room, right, and I found that, and I flushed it down the toilet, ripped it open and flushed it down the toilet. Like, it looked like big old peppercorns. Then I googled it, and I think it was opium, but I'm not sure. I just looked it up on Google, and then she, you know what I mean? So I suspected my mom's planting that in the couch, or knowing somebody to plant it in the couch, and wanted me to put it in my room and get trouble for it. And during that time, she was having people come over in the living room, smoking with her and doing drugs and doing meth and stuff. And I was sober because I got scared. I got scared to the point where I was crying every day, and I was like sad, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know who to trust, and so I was like sober and everything, and it just scared me to the core. And I just gave it to God and just became a reverend and started doing good, like nothing. So no one can say I'm doing bad or doing anything wrong, because I'm scared. Like, I still feel like people are trying to frame me and set me up. And that's when I started suspecting my mom. Well, I was already suspecting her before, but I didn't have like no actual things that connected her to it, but the futon and the drugs in the futon. Then I called the FBI and made a voicemail, and this was around I mean, not a voicemail, but talked to them. And this was on like last year, November, when I found it. But yeah, then I put two and two together, and I was like, my mom might be trying to set me up, you know what I mean, frame me for crime. She's the one that got me the futon. She's the one that wanted me to put the futon in my room and stuff, and give me, you know. And then I was so scared at that point. After I found it, I made the FBI. I called the FBI. Then later on, I made an FBI report, and then I was so scared out of my mind. Like, I had so much anxiety, I had fear in me, and it was scary. It was a scary experience. It really gave me PTSD and traumatized me now. And for a while, I was thinking like everyone was against me, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't do nothing at all, but like I was crying every day and just in fear and like real deep anxiety. And I've healed a lot from that, but I still have anxiety and fears. People trying to frame me. So yeah, at that point, I was just writing down everything that's happening, all the things I see and do, because I felt like people are trying to frame me. So I started just organizing my thoughts and my life, and then I became a reverend and changed my life completely, and dedicated my life to worshiping God and doing good. You know what I'm saying? And then I started doing like my daily readings of Bible, which helped me a lot. I read to myself sometimes, and then I'll read it on YouTube and TikTok now. And I've been reading on YouTube for over all this year, and some of last year. I think some of last year as well, but for sure all this year, every day almost. Besides a little bit when I was like, I fell and hurt my knee. That's my mom seen me slip and I hurt my knee, and I was like, I couldn't walk for like 2 months. I was limping. And then at that point, it was just like feeling sick too, like sick to my stomach. Like, it was feeling like people were poisoning my food too, but I didn't have no proof. Then so I started taking pictures of my food that looked melted, closed, and I started taking pictures of water bottles and stuff like that. Started saving my water bottles and everything, and started saving some of the water, you know, so if I ever have to get it tested for anything that people are trying to put stuff in my food. My mom got me a bag of waters, and all the labels looked like they were peeled off and put back on, and I think that was just something to make me report, to make me look like I'm crazy, but I still don't want to take the chance of drinking them, just in case they were poison, because last time I got sick and I had to call 911. You know, one day I was fasting. I think it was a Sunday. It was a Sunday like a month ago or something, maybe 2 months ago, and it was a Sunday. I was listening to Christian music on the radio. I was drawing, you know, And while I was drawing, I opened a new water my mom just got me, the night before, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna save this for fasting, and because I fast on, I fasted, and I was planning to fast the next day on that Sunday, and then that I opened it when I was listening to Christian music and I'm drawing, and then as soon as I open it, I take one drink and my throat starts closing up, and I start having chest pains, and they're talking to me on the 911 call and stuff like that, and I was like feeling shaky. I felt like my body was having like anxiety or panic attack a little bit. My chest was like hurting, my throat was closing up, and the paramedics came, checked me out. I took a video of them and their ambulance. It was Falcon from Falcon something ambulance, and it was one of the guys was the same EMT with brown hair that came when the ambulance came for my mom, when I seen my burgers on top of the counter looking poison, and it was the same ambulance, the same EMT guy, but with a face mask over it. I have his like picture in my head. I can describe him and everything. And then the other guy was kind of like a different guy with brown hair, and he was like a little chubbier, but not too chubby, but yeah, so it was the same EMTs. And at that point I was like suspecting, is this like a real EMT or what? So I recorded the video of their ambulance and them, and then they were like put the little finger thing on my pointer finger on my right hand to take my my pulse or something, and then they took my blood pressure and were just talking to me, asking me what happened. They looked at the water, and it was just plain alkaline water. It's like there shouldn't be anything to like affect me, and they kept telling me if it was like an allergic reaction or something, and that I had an allergic reaction or something, and if I had like one of those allergy pens or something to help. But I was like, no, I don't have no allergies, And so then at that point I was just like, whoa, like it was just crazy to me that the same EMT would come, it was a skinny guy, about even between 5'9", 5'10", maybe around there, maybe 5'11", that tall. I was just skinny, brown hair, brown eyes, skinny dude, me and EMT, and the other guy was chubbier, brown eyes, brown hair, and stuff like that, and the EMT, and so yeah, it was just so weird. And then I came back inside, and I didn't take another drink of that water because I was scared, like it's gonna poison me or something. I was about to just do it just to go to the hospital, but I was like, no, I'm not gonna go through all that. So then, yeah, I still have that water bottle. I took a picture of the serial numbers, reported it to 7-Eleven, got a confirmation email from 7-Eleven support, and I don't know, they didn't send me nothing that their batch of water was bad or anything like that. And so then my mom's yelling for me, but I'm not going out there. And then they didn't tell me nothing about the batch of water. They just told me to just take it in 7-Eleven, but I actually want to save it just in case I have to turn it into the police, because I already made a police report like a few weeks ago. They gave me a reference number and stuff like that of my food getting poisoned, and I made a police report of people stalking me, and I made a police report of identity theft. So I made all those reports at the same time. They gave me a case number for the identity theft and stuff, and reference numbers and stuff like that, and so I made that a few weeks ago. This is just confirmation of what police reports I've been making, and I already made 2 police reports of stalking, 1 police report of getting poisoned, and of identity theft police report and stuff like that. So yeah, I made those police reports, and I made those police reports, and then they just took everything down, my information and stuff like that, and so then I was like, okay, but can you do it? They said I couldn't help me with the stalking one or stuff because I didn't know any names, and I told them the only ones around, I suspect my mom's friend, drug addict friend Melissa, because they do drugs together, and I stay away from her. I never associate with her because it's just like she gives me such like anxiety, like social anxiety. I don't want to be around her. I just stay in my room and close my door, and sometimes I hear her voice like from the living room talking extra loud, like she wants to play mind games with me and say certain things things, and then she said certain names. Like one time I was job searching at Dollar Tree. My mom took me. I took my work folder in and everything to get a job, and they said, and then the skinny Caucasian girl was at the register, and I was like, "Are you guys hiring?" And so they're like, "No, but we're accepting applications. You have to do it online." And then so I went to get some soap. I only spent like $5. I went to get some soap and some hair ties and stuff like that. And then I went to the register to purchase my stuff. I had $6. I only spent $5 out of what my mom had given me like a couple weeks before that. Sometimes she gives me a couple bucks here and a couple bucks there, you know. So she gave me $5 and then or $6, and I spent 5 of it on soap and hair ties. I don't know what else I bought. Oh, a little whiteboard and stuff like that. And then she's like, "Yeah, after you turn to your application, talk to the manager, Sean." And there's some skinny Caucasian girl, you know, looked probably like really skinny. Could look, honestly kind of looked like she was on drugs or something, because that's skinny. And then she's like, "Talk to the manager, Sean." And then later that day, my mom was doing meth with her friend Melissa and I think my sister, and they were talking out in the living room where they hang out, because that's my mom's room, and she's disabled. She needs all that extra room for herself. And then she was like Melissa was saying something to my mom or my sister wanted to, and she was just talking hella loud, and she like said the name Sean like 3 or 4 times really loud, like trying to say it for I can hear, I felt like. And I heard her, and I was like, what the fuck, how would she know that name unless she was following me or stalking me or something like that, you know what I'm saying? And so that's when I kind of suspected her. And then when I heard her voice outside my window when I was waking up one day and talking to some male voice outside my window, I woke up and recorded part of the conversation, and I caught a little bit of it, and I heard her voice, Melissa. So then that's 2 things that made me suspect Melissa of being one of my stalkers and trying to set me up, especially she's a drug addict, and people were trying to frame me. So I just kind of put 2 and 2 together, and I don't associate her. She gives me bad anxiety. I feel like she's trying to set me up or frame me somehow. So I just thought I just completely had anxiety and just stay in my room every time my mom invites her over, or they were smoking meth out in the living room. So I just stayed to myself. Plus I was been sober, you know, and I don't drink or anything, and so I didn't want to be around her at all, or anyone that my mom brought over. She would bring people over, and she even brought this guy over. She said he was homeless. He was in like a blue jacket. I was making dinner. I was like, oh. So I tried to hurry up and make my dinner and went to my room. I was talking like, oh, I think they're trying to set me up, you know. I had that feeling, and they were smoking meth in the living room. So yeah, it just tripped me out, all these things, and like I'm literally scared for my life, and like of being someone trying to frame me and set me up. So yeah, I'm scared for my life for these reasons. People trying to frame me, set me up, and people trying to poison my food and kill me. So I don't know. I'm just like really scared. I just need the help of like the FBI, the police department here, whatever, you know, and I'll report all of them. Like any criminal activity I know of, I'll report it. Anything happening like bad, I'll report it. I don't care who's doing it, you know, but as long as I just want to feel safe, and I want to feel like, you know, I can be a normal ordained minister and reverend and just preach the gospel and stuff. So yeah, it just like scares me. I'm scared for my life. I haven't got help from the police here after making 2 police reports, and I haven't got help from like, you know, the FBI. I mean, if they're investigating it, then without me knowing, then they are. But like if they're investigating it, I'll help them in any way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? Like almost any way. I'm like, but I'll tell them what I know and or like who I suspect and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? Police as well. I'll work with the authorities to help me feel safe and feel good. Like, you know, I feel like people are just stalking me on with a larger number of people. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like different people, including neighbors. Like, not all neighbors, of course, but, well, who knows, maybe, but I don't know. I only suspect a couple older women that looked at me and started recording me with their phone. They pulled their phone out and started like putting it to like look like they're recording me. Like, and then one passed by in a yellow car the other day. It was both of these old ladies were gray hair, and I don't know why gray-haired old ladies would be like, against me in any way. Like, don't talk to nobody. I don't know them. You know what I'm saying? And one smirked and well, both of them, the one smirked, the one in the car, and she had a male, and she passed by me twice, and the second time she was coming, she smirked at me with her window down, like she just did something, or she was like laughing at me, looking really suspicious. And then looking really suspicious, and then I was looking real suspicious, and I was like, she was looking at me, just like looked at her whole head and smirking at me, like kind of laughing, like, oh yeah, we got you, or something, you know what I'm saying? And before, like, she pulled up from left to right, looked like with the tinted windows, and then she like turned around after a few minutes, and before she turned around or came back from right to left, I heard a shout or something like that, which is a gang member call, for, so I don't know if gang members are also partaking in this type of situations of stalking me, or trying to set me up or frame me. So yeah, I heard a shout, and then like within a minute later, I seen her car again. It was a yellow car, a little compact car, and she was an old lady looking at me like smirking, and I was just reading. This whole time I was outside, I was reading my Bible on live stream on Facebook, on my Christian page, and also reading on TikTok, you know what I'm saying? And then what was weird, my phone kept like turning off by itself, like someone hit me with a low-powered EMP blast or something like that, or hacked my phone to make it turn off while I was live streaming. And then the other lady was like the short, skinny lady. Just as she pulled out her phone and like looked like she started recording me, so I was like, why would she be recording me? I'm sitting out on the porch, you know what I'm saying, and reading the Bible. Why would you be recording me? You know what I'm saying? So at that point, I was already suspecting my neighbors, but after that, I really suspected my neighbors, because she looked like she was recording me, and so then. Yeah, suspect that possible gang members are involved. I suspect possible white supremacists are involved. White supremacist gangs, racist people. And I suspect that, some neighbors are involved, and I suspect that family, like my mother and my sister, possibly my brother, are involved. So yeah, it's just all this craziness. And yeah, so then once I don't really talk to my brother. I never talked to my brother, but I just had some couple dreams, and he's been distant, and I just suspect him. And like when I told him my dreams, I dreamt that he planted drugs in my house, and I dreamt that he was trying to attack me and kill me. And when I dreamt that he was trying to attack me and kill me, I didn't fight him. I didn't react violently. I just prayed to God for him, because he had black demonic eyes in my dream, and I just started praying for him while he was trying to kill me and try to attack me. And I told him my dream, and when I was telling him about the drug part, planting drugs in my house, trying to set me up, he his eyes his face was like, wow, that was crazy, like I just caught him doing something wrong, like I just dreamt of something he did. And he was like his eyes opened a little bit, like he tried to stay calm, I could tell, but he's surprised I dreamt that. And he was like, wow, that's crazy. And he's like, yeah, you need your dreams are crazy. And I was like, yeah. And he tried to make it seem like, oh, I need to get talk to somebody or something like that to get from my dreams. I was like, nah, I know my dreams are helping me. Yeah. And it looked like as soon as I said he planted drugs in my house, he looked like he did something wrong, but he was trying to stay calm. And then after that, and that's my little brother Isaac, which I never talked to him, I never see him, you know what I mean? He only came over when we had a power outage, and he had to charge his laptop, and he was mainly talking with my mom. I told him, I became a reverend, I'm pacifist and abstinent, I read the Bible every day, and I was just telling him what I've been through, because I haven't seen him in years. And So yeah, that's when I started suspecting my brother being, I don't know why he would try to set me up or do wrong against me, but yeah, I just started suspecting my brother. And I guess some people call him Pablo, I don't know why, which is really suspicious to me. You know what I mean? And I started using my real name. As I became a reverend, I started using my real name on social media because I have nothing to fear for of doing wrong, and I want to be completely law-abiding, which I am, and I continue doing my being a reverend, and I just need the FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation's help, and I need the help of the police here, police department, law enforcement, DEA, Drug Enforcement Agency, any other law enforcements out there that can help me. I just want to put these criminals behind bars. I don't care who they are, what, I just want to feel safe and feel like people are not stalking me, and just feel better about, living. I just want to live a normal life. I stay home every day because I'm scared. I don't socialize with anybody because I feel scared, and it gets tiring. Like, I want to go live a normal life, and it makes me, I want to move into my own place because I want to move into my own place because I feel scared that my family is conspiring against me and my family is doing me wrong as well, because things just keep adding up and making them look like suspects. Like, I have a year's worth of journal entries over a year of journal entries every day, and things I suspect, things I think, and everything I do, and things keep adding up that my mom's against me. The stuff she says, she's talks to herself every single day and says some weird stuff like killing people, raping people, abducting people, and she says that continuously, honestly, every single day to herself. Talks to herself and replies to herself in the third person with her full name. She's like, Angelita this, and then she changes her voice and talks to herself. It's just super crazy, and I just need to get my own place. I need help moving. I need help, just moving to a different environment. I want to be in a positive community and go to church and start doing it. If I don't go to church, I want to make my own ministry. I already have my online ministry where I read the Bible, try to interpret it through my interpretation of it, and be an ordained minister and stuff like that. I just need help with all these situations. I need help, I don't even have no friends on here no more because I suspect people were hacking me. Like, one time there was two guys talking, and one was on computer. It said, because you can tell when you're on Fortnite and squads, and you get random squad members on your teams, and I didn't tell them I was live streaming, but I heard in the background someone say my nickname, and this is on live stream when we caught a win, I think, and someone said my nickname in the live stream. It was a female voice, and then the other one sounded like this guy I used to play with named Cookies, and his name Stinky Feet as well. He changed his PlayStation name or gamer name, and he sounded like him, and I've been noticing some people sounding like this guy, Little Larry 432 as well, so I don't know. I don't know if they're hackers or what, but anyways, I call them the Hacky Packy because I keep noticing people saying my nickname in the background when I'm getting random teammates joining me. So I don't know if they're hacking, getting into my lobby or what, but anyways, yeah, I've been thinking about that. I don't stress too much because I play solos now by myself, and I don't have to worry about it. But yeah, I caught them saying weird stuff on live stream, and they didn't know I was streaming until the very end. So yeah, I caught that on live stream, so I know that's suspicious as well. Saying, having a female in the background of their microphone saying my name, and so I suspect they may have hacked my PS4 or my game, but I'm not stressing it. I don't stress this. I'm not paranoid. I'm not delusional. I just notice these things, write it down, and document these things, and I just need help. I'm still scared for my life, but it's getting better where I'm trying not to let things happen that affect my emotions, because it's going to cloud my judgment, and I'm not going to have that. Yeah, I'm not gonna have that, but yeah, so I don't let things affect my emotions that much. Yeah, sometimes I still get anxiety, but I just isolate mostly. I stop, like, my mom yell at me, I come to my room and just ignore her. My family yell at me. My sister tries to, like, yell at me and tell me things. I just come to my room. You know what I mean? I'm not reacting in negative in any way towards anybody. Give anyone any reason to make me look out like a bad guy, because I'm not a bad guy. But anyways, I'm just a man, a God-fearing man, a God-loving man, and that's what I want to be for the rest of my life. And I'm not going to partake or be around any negative people or anything negative or criminal, because I just want to report these people and just feel safe. I just need the help of the FBI or the police or something. And I just suspect my mom's been conspiring with my stalkers as well. And some of the stuff she says to herself is like she's admitting it out loud, or saying things out loud, to either play mind games with me or to just, admit it out loud and just be proud. Those evil people that are proud. And I always feel like hackers are hacking me and listening in, but I really don't care anymore, because it's like I'm exposing everything on video anyways, on live streams, and on TikTok, on YouTube, and I make videos all the time. Something suspicious happens, I make videos, whether it is just thoughts and suspicions, or it's actual things that I've noticed, that are happening and that don't add up to look suspicious, So I make all these videos on YouTube and TikTok every day. And also I put them on Facebook, which I have no friends on one of my Facebooks, to expose this and save all these videos and posts for myself, which is one of my Facebooks, for no one to be added on. I don't message no one on that Facebook or anything. And so yeah, I'm just trying to keep everything documented, and everything I post, I write it down and on paper in my journal, and I've been journaling for about a year. I have a few journals already written. So yeah. So yeah, I journal everything. So I've been suspecting my mom for taking in evil, trying to frame me as well now. Suspect her, and it's just like, I just need help, She associates with drug addicts and criminals, and I just can't handle this anxiety no more. Isolation. I just need help so I can feel like I can go out into society and be a normal, law-abiding citizen so I can feel safe, and I don't have to feel like I'm staying in my room all day by myself. I've gotten used to it, but I just want to feel safe and feel like the justice system is actually helping me, but they haven't really helped. I just need their help, I feel scared that someone's going to frame me, including my mom, my sister. It's not just some delusion. I'm sure if there's an investigation, someone if FBI or police had an investigation, they'll see all the discrepancies, all the things that maybe people are trying to frame me for. Will turn back on those people. I pray to God every day that He exposes all the people that are hurting me and all the people trying to do wrong against me. And I have a year's worth of journals. I could tell you things I've noticed throughout this whole year from last year, and I could tell you what things are suspicious, what things I suspect. I can tell you just plain thoughts, whether they're wrong, right, but some things I think, any given day, I'll report any criminals, anything. I just want to feel safe and move out from here. That's it. So just FBI, help me. I'm Reverend Fernando. Just help me out. My mom's Angelita and my sister's Miranda. And my brother's Isaac. So you can if you can help me to put this under investigation, just help me. I feel scared for my life. Tired of feeling scared when I don't do nothing wrong, and I don't have I can understand if I was out here doing something wrong, I could found my anxiety, but no, I'm using my real name. I'm trying to talk to the police. I'm trying to make these reports, and I'm trying to feel somewhat secure in not being framed or not being killed or having my food poisoned. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Yeah, I have I have a past in the background, but I totally changed my mindset and my way of thinking around to God. And I've even like my mom used to drug me and put lace stuff in my drugs with her meth friend Melissa, and she used to like lace like whatever she gave me, and like it messed up my mind to the point like I had super bad anxiety and was scared of everybody and everything. And I've healed from that. I'm completely sober. Been sober for 9 months. You know what I mean? I don't partake in any criminal activity. I don't be around nobody. I'm completely antisocial. Don't date nobody. Don't trust nobody. And I started trusting my mom again, but then some things just showed discrepancies and things started adding up, looking like my mom was setting me up. So now I'm starting not to trust my mom. I won't never do nothing negative to nobody because I'm pacifist and stuff, and I'm completely abstinent, vowed to God, you know, these things, and I'm just like continue to do good. And like when people start yelling at me, I really just have PTSD and just close down and come to my room. Like I feel scared, you know, people are trying to frame me, trying to get me to yell or something, so I just come to my room and ignore them. But yeah, it's basically, you know, all these things just been happening, stalking my house and people stalking my house. I don't know if they're trying to wait for me to like leave my house so they can plant stuff in my house. And also my mom Angelita and my sister Miranda both been trying to like put dressers in my room and different things like in my room. And I had a dream my sister putting a red snake in my room, which means something bad, you know, something they're trying to put in my room as a setup or a frame to frame me. So they've been trying to force to put stuff in my room, like, you know, really push it on me. And I feel like they're both trying. My mom, Angelita Amaya Cabrales, and my sister Miranda Cabrales, both trying to like put stuff in my room, and I think they're trying to put illegal stuff in my room to set me up and make it look like it's me. So if they do put stuff in my room, they already put like this marble countertop shelf table. That's my sister. She said she got it out of storage. And it's all white with 2 drawers on the top and then 2 open door drawers on the bottom, and that's my sister's. And then she put like a painting of like flowers or roses with black frame in here, and then she tried to put her green chest in here with the metal thing on it, and I just put her name on it, say Miranda stuff, and I sent her a picture saying if anything's illegal in here I'll report it. And because I'm just, like, super scared people trying to set me up, and they keep trying to force themselves on this situation to put stuff in my room, and I keep thinking they're just trying to set me up and frame me. Yeah, I keep thinking they're trying to set me up and frame me, and they keep trying to get mad at me for not wanting stuff in my room, and you know what I mean. But the last time I put something my mom got me in my room, the futon, I found drugs in it, and I had to call the FBI and make the report. So like, it's like I don't want them to put stuff in my room and try to frame me again, you know what I mean, and make it look like I'm doing something bad when I'm not. So if they put anything in my room and there's something bad in it, it's legally my mom's, Angelita's, or my sister Miranda's. So yeah, if they've like pushed the situation to put stuff in my room, because I literally went through every crevice in my room. Had anxiety and paranoia. My mind was healing. Like, I felt anxiety, paranoia from last year. I literally washed all my clothes, went through every single pocket of my clothes, went through every crevice, threw away all my little dresser I had my TV on. I even got so scared where I had a tan couch in my room and I ripped it all apart because I found drugs in the black couch my mom got me, and my mom had got me that tan couch as well. So I ripped it all up to see if there's anything in there. I was like had anxiety, scared for my life, you know what I mean? So I ripped it apart and threw it away. I was just really super scared, and so I just threw everything in my room away, and my room was completely empty. I still sleep on the floor because, you know, I still have anxiety, people trying to set me up. And I went through every single pocket of my pants, my shorts, my jackets, my clothes, everything. Every single pocket I went through thoroughly, not like just like quick checks. I went through thoroughly every single pocket. you know what I mean, and I hung it up or folded it, whatever, and I went through everything so thoroughly, so because I was just so scared out of my mind, and I went through like every crevice, looked in the closet behind every crevice, looked, you know, everywhere, everything, because I was so scared that someone was gonna try to set me up, put stuff in my room again, or already had, you know. So then I was just like washed my clothes and put everything like threw everything away, threw old clothes away, and threw my couches away, threw all my, you know, my TV stand away, threw everything away, so my room was empty. And then I barely put my mom and sister had a gray shelf out there in the living room, and it was like like their little tables. So then I put those in my room. And Mom had them in the living room or in the kitchen by the wall. And then, you know what's suspect? My sister, where they had that thing, after they moved it, my sister just randomly just painted that one spot of the wall gray, which was really suspicious to me, which I don't know why she would paint the wall gray just in that one spot where they had it stacked. But anyways, yeah, because we used to have it was like a little pantry shelf. Oh, I don't know my ammo. There was like a little pantry shelf, and they had like canned food and, you know, like stuff like that. And after they took it out, they let me take it apart and use it as a table in my room. And then my sister painted the wall gray right there and put a picture up, which was really weird. A picture of like black trees. And then they kept coming home with like pictures of like these pictures of flowers and roses. The pictures of like black trees look like winter. They came home with shelves and drawers like all in the living room. And my mom just said she wants to put the drawer in my room, like the dresser in my room, and stack it against the wall. So I don't know, she kept coming home with all this stuff. She came home with a vacuum, and my sister came home with a vacuum, a regular vacuum, and then she came home with a carpet shampooer, with, you know what I mean. So like, I don't know if they were stealing or what, but it's just like all these things. It's like suspicious. But yeah, I just need help. I need help from, you know, I know I don't need mental health help because this is not a delusion. I just need an investigation to happen so these things can be revealed. You know what I mean? I could feel like I'm not being framed for something or set up for a crime or something. And then earlier today, I went to the kitchen to check my beans. She didn't hear me. And she was talking about something about, she said my name and abducting kids. I was like, huh? I was like, Mom, you abducting kids or something? Which, like 3 months ago, or maybe a little longer, I had a dream that she was kidnapping kids in her car, and that she was kidnapping kids in her car and trying to frame me for it. And then when I told her, I woke up, you know, that day and told her my dream. I was like, Mom, I had a dream that you were kidnapping kids or people, and that you were trying to frame me for it. And as soon as I told her that, her whole face went pale, her like jaw dropped, and her eyes popped out of her head like I just caught her doing something bad. And like I just caught her doing something bad, and she's like went pale and looked like her heart like skipped a beat or something. I was like she just got caught, and she was like, wow, that's crazy. And her eyes were like popped out of her head, her face was pale, looked like I just caught her doing something bad. After I told her my dream, then I write down my dreams, you know, most of them, and I wrote down her reaction to my dream that day. And so, you know what I mean, because I was already at that time I was still feeling like she was trying to set me up. And then I kind of got over that and started trusting her again. But then now things that's happening, I kind of don't trust her again, like she's trying to set me up. So then, yeah, I told her my dream, and she reacted like I just caught her doing something wrong. And then, yeah, then she said that today with my name in it, and I was like, oh, Mom, you're abducting kids or something? You know what I mean? She's like, no. And then she's like acting weird about it. And then, yeah, I had that dream a few months ago or something, maybe a little more longer than a few months ago. And then the other day, she told me that her car, the only ones that go in her car, I haven't been in her car since the day she took me job searching at Dollar Tree, and went to get an application at the, or turn in an application, can't remember, but at the disability place on Cherry Avenue. And And then I haven't been in her car since that day, which was like more than 6 months ago. It was like last year. And haven't got a ride from her or been in her car. The only time I go outside to get things from her car is like when she texts me to get the food out of her car from grocery shopping or like waters or something, and that's the only time I'm like around the car. So but anyways, and she's in the car at that moment, you know, when I'm getting the stuff down. But anyways, the other day she told me that in her car they looked like there were scratch marks or someone was destroying or vandalizing her car from the inside, and I didn't see them because I haven't been in the car, so I don't know. But the only ones that drive the car are my sister Miranda Cabrales and my mom Angelita Maya Cabrales, so that's on them. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with them. I don't know if they're all against me. I wouldn't think that unless I had actual suspicions. So it's like, yeah, all these things are adding up that looking like my mom is against me, and sometimes my sister. So yeah, I'm just putting this out there as thoughts. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if I'm right, you know what I mean? I just need help from the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigations. I need help from the police. I need this criminal activity to stop. I will report any criminals. I don't care who they are. I just want to feel safe. I just want to I need help moving out of this place because obviously people are stalking me at my home, online gaming. People are stalking my social medias as well. My friend told me on my old social media that they were making fake profiles of my friends, and I just like overlooked it. I was like, nah, that's not happening, you know what I mean? But now that I think about it, yeah, some of the things that people were saying were correlating with my life. Like the one time the door was broken. After me and my mom, like last year when the smoke, like the skies were red and everything was smoking, the fires were going on, and we couldn't breathe in our house. My mom took us to a hotel, me and my sister, and I stayed on one bed and they stayed on the other bed, and this was like in Aloha, I think, and they took me and they paid for it, and we just stayed there for a couple of days, you know, not doing nothing. I was just watching TV, and I slept basically the whole time. I don't know why. I just got tired out of nowhere. Like I felt like someone put something sleepy pill in my drink or in my food or something, but I kept wanting to go to sleep. So then I just slept through it most of the time there, and then our door was already kind of like a little messed up because my mom drives her wheelchair through it and like messed it up a little. But then when we came back, I noticed the doorknob was like hanging off and the door looked like it got kicked in, and at that point, you know, somebody on my Facebook, Noel Cardenas, was like, oh, my doorknob was all messed up and something. I didn't say nothing about my doorknob, but that just like made me suspicious of my friends on there. Maybe fake profiles, maybe the real actual person, I don't know. But anyways, I reset my phone and I lost access to all my emails on all my old social medias, so I'm pretty sure that my emails and my social medias from the past are hacked from last year. So, because I even knew the password, I even changed the password to one email right before I factory reset my phone, and the password wasn't working. So then I can't get into any of my old emails at all. So I created a couple new emails, and then I kept thinking my phone was hacked, so I kept resetting it. So my newest email is the one that I use for gaming, and the one I use for, you know, all general things. I have 3 emails only. And so yeah, and that's the ones I'm logged into on my phone right now. And those are the only 3 emails I use. And I don't use none of my old social medias. I have one social media for just to put all of my videos and posts and my suspicions on, with no friends. I don't message nobody on there, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. And then I just created like on this last month, at the end of the month, like, which is less than a week ago, just created a new Facebook on the browser of my phone, to add friends, or not even friends, people I know and grew up with. So yeah, I add people that that look familiar and I know, or whatever, from my past. But I don't consider anybody friends anymore because I don't know who to trust at the moment. I don't socialize with nobody, and you know what I mean. A couple people messaged me, I replied, but whatever. I haven't been really messaging. I told people that I'm not gonna really message. I'm just like really suspicious of everything and everybody, so it's this point. And then one of the people that messaged me is Angelita something Cortez, and I had a bad dream when I was fasting for the Lord on Sunday. I was fasting and I fell asleep, I think it was Sunday, and I had a dream of her trying to set me up in an apartment with her friends, and they're trying to kill me and set me up and frame me for crimes. So I just dreamt that. I don't know if it correlates, I don't know if it's just my subconscious trying to, you know, tell me something, or just a fear processing through my dreams. But anyways, I've just put that dream out there, and she was messaging me, you know, she said she's Christian and that she goes to church all the time and stuff like that, but I had a dream that she was trying to set me up and frame me for things, and that her friends that are guys were trying to kill me and chase me in my dream. So then that was just a dream. But yeah, so I don't know if that's correlates with real life or not, but that was a dream I had, which was about a week ago, or like this weekend, that on Sunday, after she had messaged me on Facebook. So I don't know, that was just a dream I had the other day, and I kind of like trust my dreams now. So yeah, I'm just weary about who messaged me and who talks to me. I don't really want to talk to nobody. I just want to put these situations out there and expose everyone doing me wrong, whether it's family, supposed friends, whether it's fake profiles on social media, people on online gaming, people on YouTube, people on any social media, TikTok, whatever. But I make videos every day for Bible reading, and when I suspect something, I make a video of what I suspect and put it up. So yeah, I suspect my mom, my sister, possibly my little brother Isaac are all like conspiring against me in some sort of way. I had dreams of my mom trying to set me up. I had dreams of Miranda, my sister, trying to set me up, frame me, put stuff in my room. I had dreams of my brother trying to set me up and kill me. So these are dreams I had from the last year to this year. So I don't know, and the things that how people are reacting, my family are reacting, and things they say, it's just adding up to make them look like suspects and perpetrators conspiring with my gang stalkers. And I can tell you a lot of things that happened. I can tell you that, you know, who I suspect, what I suspect on any given day. I can tell you what happened in that day, and every tell FBI or the police anything that pertains to helping me feel safer. I'm not a criminal. I'm not nothing bad. And if people are trying to make me look like that, then that's them actually being the bad people. So I suspect there's false witnesses out there. I don't know for what, but I feel that and I have those thoughts. So if people are saying things against me or my name, just know that they're probably the top suspects of the ones trying to frame me or trying to set me up to get in trouble. And also partaking in trying to kill me and poisoning my food, which I already made a police report for stalking and poisoning my food. So that's actually happened in real life. And they haven't done nothing. And they called me from a certain number one day, and then the police officer, and he wouldn't give me his badge number, Officer Bradley with a T, I think. And then I called the police office, the office that gave me his badge number, and then the next time I was called 911 to make the report, and then they had a private number call me with a reporting specialist, not even an officer, but called me from a private number, and that's when I reported the May 12th stalking, people by my window, and I heard the male and female voices, and that's when I reported my food getting stolen. Not on May 12th, but after that, like, which was a couple weeks back, like a week or two ago, and I made those reports. So yeah, I have it written down so I can tell you the exact date, but yeah, I made those reports. So if like people are like calling me from private numbers acting like police, or they work for authorities and make me think I have made reports when they're acting like they're the authorities, the police or whatever, then I'm putting that out there and exposing that as well, because it's a crime to act like a police or authority or figure or anything like that, you know what I mean? Also I've been thinking that way before, that people have been spoofing their numbers and trying to call me and act like other people, like companies trying to get my information. Then now I've been dealing with identity theft, people using my name and for different things. The only thing that I've ever used my name for, which is a student loan, financial aid for Chemeketa Community College. The only thing I ever in my life. Anything else is fraudulent, and it was not me. Someone else who used my name. The only thing I have that I've done personally for myself was go to school in Chemeketa and get a financial aid and stuff like that, and back in 2013. So other than that, I never had anything else, and everything else that I've seen on my credit report and have reported to the police and got a case number is already reported, and I need help with that as well. I also suspect my mom may be partaking in that fraudulent acts, because last year she was saying, always like talking to herself. She always talks to herself every day, but she would always say something about fraudulent this, fraudulent that when talking to herself. So I suspect my mom doing fraudulent acts with my name. And one time I found my birth certificate on top of her bed, like left out, and it didn't have my dad's name on it, which I suspected to be weird, but it had my name on it and stuff. So I grabbed it, and she never ever said anything about it like it was missing or anything, because I don't know why, which made me to believe that she didn't want me to know about it because she was doing something bad with it, and trying to hide it from me. If she wasn't trying to hide it from me, she would have been like, "Oh, did you see your birth certificate on my bed?" And she would have asked me about it. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, since she never asked me about it, since last year I found it on her bed, and she never asked me about it. So I believe that my mom may have been using my name for fraudulent acts, which I used to trust my mom. Now I don't trust her, because these things just keep adding up. And then when I called the bank to make my very first bank account, you know what I mean, and I asked my mom, what bank do you use, because I have no idea about banking. I never had a bank account or anything. And she's like, she uses Columbia Bank and US Bank. And then so I was like, okay, my mom uses these banks, so I'm going to call US Bank, try to make a bank account. And then so then I call the bank, make a bank account and stuff like that, or try to make a bank account. They take all my information over the phone, and they say I'm denied. And I was like, huh? Why would I be denied for my very first bank account? And they didn't tell me. They said they're gonna send me a letter, and that I can call and stuff like that. And then I call, like they're like, yeah, and I received a letter the other day, which I'll talk about it later. But anyways, yeah, I received a letter with the Sage Stream LLC, which is, I guess, the company that the bank uses or something, and LexisNexis or something that the bank uses, which is also in collaboration with Sage Stream, which the banking company uses. But yeah, anyways, I made my first bank account, or I tried to, and they denied me, and I was like, I'm so confused. Why would I get denied for my very first bank account? So then, later that day, my mom had got home. She's in the kitchen, and I was like, Mom, they denied me for a bank account. And then she asked me where. I was like, US Bank. And then she's like, she didn't even say nothing. Like she paused for a second, and then she was like, right after I told her, she was like, oh, you're against me and your sister Miranda. And she's like, you're against me and your sister Miranda. You're doing this and that against us. I was like, why would she say that why would she say that after I tell her that I'm making my very first bank account? You know what I mean? It doesn't make no sense unless she was doing something wrong with my name and made a bank account or something in my name and used my name for a bank account or some other things. You know what I'm saying? Well, I literally told her, like, I got denied a bank account. She asked me where, told her where, what bank, and she's like, oh, like within a second or two, she was like, oh, you're against me and your sister Miranda, da-da-da-da-da. So I don't know if like both of them used my name to do something with the bank, but I am dealing with identity theft, and I have reported it to the police and got a case number. So If they are, then that's really bad. So, because I would never do nothing bad with my name, you know what I'm saying? And that just sounds suspicious. Like, suspicious when my mom tells me you're against me and your sister Miranda for telling her I got denied by a bank, got denied for my very first bank account. Like, does that even make any type of sense? Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't make no sense to me unless you feel guilty or something, or you're going against me, you know what I mean? Or you use my name in something. So then I just wrote it down, you know. I write down all my situations that I suspect and I think, and at that point it was just like suspecting all these things. You know what I mean? And the only thing that should be on done in my name that I've ever done was my school. When I went to Shemakita in 2013, only got like a financial aid, which was only like $1,000, $800 or something. And anything else in my name has not been me. And you know, I'm Reverend Fernando, and so anything else has not been me. And you know what I mean? And I'm just talking on solo, you know what I mean, to put this on live stream for myself and to be out there, you know what I mean, just venting this stuff out. So yeah, anything else on my name has not been me, so I don't know who's been using my name, but I suspect my mom and possibly my sister, which my sister was a drug addict, my mom was a drug addict, so I wouldn't doubt them trying to get money using my name, especially when I don't have nothing in my name, only just a loan from school, which is $1,000 for Shemakita, and when I went to school in 2013. Which they want me to pay back because I didn't get good grades in all my classes, and so that's the only thing in 2013 when I went to Shemakita Community College. The only thing I should have on my name. Anything else is fraudulent, and I reported. Sorry, I took some water, drink some water, but yeah. So I suspect my mom trying to frame me, set me up for crimes, trying to I suspect my mom and sister both, but mostly my mom, and I suspect my mom and sister conspiring with my stalkers, some neighbors, some not, and I suspect that possibly my brother may be partaking in crimes against me, because I had a dream that my mom and my brother were trying to set me up at a dentist or at like a hospital place type setting, and my brother's like, yeah, it's me, the one trying to frame you. And I dreamt my brother that said that to me, and then after that my mom was driving me, and then my brother and my mom were trying to kill me in a car with a bomb, and the bomb said 338 on it, and after that, it was like I dreamt that, and then I didn't think nothing of it because I started just thinking my dreams were dreams. But then I started having dreams like certain things, and I would tell my mom my dreams, and then like within a day or two, like that dream would come true, or like I had a dream of of my mom doing something or something that should happen or something like that. And I have dreams, you know what I mean? Of certain things. I'll tell my mom the day I have my dream, and then within a couple of days that happens, and like my dream comes true. So then I started trusting my dreams a little bit more, you know what I mean? And I started writing my dreams down, so when things do happen and they correlate with my dreams, then I know that my dreams are actually telling me something, messages or future and stuff like that. I know that sounds crazy, but I write it down, so it has it written down with the date and everything. And if something happens according to my dreams, then you guys can, like, it can be proven that it's actually my dreams that have been revealing things to me. But yeah, I know that's crazy, but if you believe in God, you believe in the Holy Bible, you believe in people receiving dream messages and stuff like that, so you believe in prophets, you believe in all these things, so you can't say people are crazy for having spiritual gifts, because spiritual sometimes cannot be explained by science, by logic, because it's spiritual, and you can't knock somebody for believing something. So yeah. So yeah, my religion is full of prophets and miracles and God, you know, Him Almighty God, the Creator of everything. So I believe fully in God and everything, and I believe in the spiritual gifts that I am obtaining through God and good things. It's actually helped me a lot. It's revealed a lot of people doing me wrong. My brother, my sister, my mom. It's revealed other people doing me wrong. I've seen faces like of different people that I've never seen in my life, but look, of white people trying to attack my brother and trying to put us in jail, stuff like that. Like 2 white guys. I dreamt in my dream the other day. I dreamt of 2 white guys, and then in my dream I woke up inside my dream after dreaming of these 2 white guys, and then I'm driving with my mom and I see the 2 white guys inside my dream while we're in the car, dreaming in my dream, because I never get in my mom's car no more. I don't really trust her, because every time I get in my car I get stalked, and I think my mom's conspiring with my stalkers, making me try to sound crazy. So I just don't get in her car no more. But anyways, yeah, I dreamt of 2 white guys inside my dream, and I woke up inside my dream, and then I see the 2 white guys while I'm with my mom, and inside my dream I was like, Mom, those are guys that I dreamt about trying to attack me and kill me and stuff, and they try to attack my brother and put us in jail. And in my dream they killed my brother, and I was trying to defend my brother and save my brother's life, and I was crying, like I was so sad because they killed my brother, and I was like, and I told my brother, texted my brother the next day that I dreamt that some white guy had hurt you, that you went to jail and some white guy hurt you and stuff like that, and I told him I was gonna pray for him because that like scared me. I don't want nothing bad to happen to my brother or any of my family. I just, if they're partaking in evil acts against me, I just want them to stop. That's it. But yeah, so yeah, it's just all these crazy things just been happening, and I know some of this may sound crazy, but yeah, it's like if I wasn't going through these things, I would think it was crazy if someone told me, you know what I mean? But yeah, if someone told me these things, I think they're crazy, you know what I'm saying? But now that I'm experienced these things, it's like, dang, it is crazy to me, but it's like, dang, I'm actually living like proof that God is helping me, God is with me, and I'm doing good. But yeah, I'm just doing everything I can to worship God and praise God and give thanks to God. I fast every single week for God, and show my praise and worship and sacrifice my food of my flesh to show God I can sacrifice for Him, and I can give thanks to Him, and I can cleanse myself spiritually and physically of all impurities to be more positive. And it's just helped me a lot, and God's helped me a lot. The angels helped me a lot, you know what I mean, my guardian angels, stuff like that. So I just give thanks to God for everything, you know what I mean? I just want to feel safe. I don't want to feel anxieties like people trying to set me up, frame me, and do me wrong. And especially family. I don't know why my family would turn against me, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's just I need help from law enforcement, from FBI, from the Salem Police Department. I just need help. I need this all investigated, because I can tell you everything that, like, you know what I mean, my mom was doing drug deals in the living room and stuff like that, and they were smoking meth in the living room with different guys and women and stuff like that. And I quit any substances, alcohol included, and you know, I'm just completely sober. My mom and sister have both gotten sober so far, but sometimes I smell the smell of methamphetamine smoke in the living room, but my mom denies doing anything, but it smells like it in the living room sometimes, you know, in the kitchen I can smell it when I'm getting food. And so it's just like weird that I mean, I don't know if she's still doing it like secretly, but most definitely I smell it and I know what it smells like because she's been doing it and I've seen it before, you know, and I'm no longer part of any kind of negativity, anything drugs, anything criminal, and I just want to report everything that's happening to me and feel safe, and I just want to get out of the situations of feeling like people are trying to kill me and people are trying to frame me and set me up. I just want to feel safe and be a reverend and be able to go to church and be able to get a normal job and not having to feel like people are actually following me. Like the last time I went to the doctor's office, people were following me on the bus. I was recording everything and writing everything down, and the lady pointed her phone to me. It looked like she turned on her camera and pointed her phone to me, acting like, you know, like she wasn't doing nothing, but looked like she was recording me on her phone. So and she was sitting across from me on the bus. Then another guy looked like he was like brown skinned with a tattoo on his neck, and it looked like the Hecho Mexico tattoo was really faded. I don't know if it was like a fake tattoo to throw me off or a real tattoo, but it's that, you know, that bird that says Hecho Mexico. It was that, but he looked native to me. So he had those chinky eyes and that native type hair that was really fine and straight and pointed out, and it was like probably like a couple inches long, and he followed me on the bus and then followed me off the bus, like when I got to my doctor's office. So yeah. And that was like, you know, like back in last year in October or something. And then I was recording my doctor's visit like inside, and my doctor got scared, Dr. Gerald Williams. Like I was recording him like he wasn't supposed to be there or something, or like he doesn't really work there. And then I just researched where he works, and it says he works in Kaiser, not at the Salem Clinic. So I'm exposing that too. Dr. Gerald Williams, he's bald now. He looks like a white supremacist or a racist, but he's always been nice to me. But I've always had anxiety from him. I never really trusted him. So, and you know who referred me to that doctor was my mother, Angelita. So she referred me, and I didn't think nothing of it because I used to trust my mom, and I used to think all these things, like, you know, always trusting my mom. Like, why would I doubt my mom for anything? You know what I mean? Because that's a normal loving mom and son relationship. But now it's like I don't even trust her at all. Like, you know what I mean? She's been poisoning my food. I know it's her. She's been poisoning my food or conspiring with the people poisoning my food. I've been finding melted packages looking melted and smelling melted at the top, looking resealed, and water bottles looking like really suspicious. She buys me, and just all types of things. So I know she's conspiring with the people poisoning me, or she's the one doing it herself. Either way, she's a part of it. And now she's trying to admit to me like, oh yeah, I believe you're being stalked. I believe your food's getting poisoned. And I can tell that the energy is just like fake energy. She's trying to save herself from getting in trouble. Because I already made police reports and I already did this, and she didn't say that. She wasn't saying that, like, you know what I mean? She just like wasn't trying to. She was making me to sound crazy. She was like, "Oh, you're psycho. You're this and that," and trying to discredit me. And and she's a psychology major. She went to the University of Phoenix, and she's also went to Shemeketa, I think. And she's got from what I know, she's told me she got degrees in psychology and took psychology classes. So she's a very smart, intelligent woman when it comes to psychology, and so she's trying to, like, that before she was trying to make me sound crazy, and my sister as well. She's like, "You're crazy, you're psycho." I was like, no, I would be crazy and psycho if I didn't have stomach aches and I wasn't spitting out blood. Maybe then I can consider that I'm overthinking something or something like that. But having 2 weeks stomach aches after something my mom gives me and I eat it, and 2 weeks for stomach aches, and I was like hurting, having bad gas and cramps in the bottom of my intestines and my lower abdomen, and then at 2 weeks I spit out blood after the 2 weeks, and then I still hurt after the 2 weeks for like another 2 weeks, almost a whole month, but not as bad because I fasted and cleansed whatever was in me out, and I fast every single week. And I was like, yeah, I would be crazy if I wasn't spitting out blood and I wasn't having these stomach aches when I'm only eating vegetables and vegan plant-based meats. You know what I'm saying? So, and I just take pictures and write everything down. And So I know it's my mom. I know my sister's possibly involved, and my brother is possibly involved. Especially since I caught her. Like, remember I was talking earlier in this live stream about how I seen a biohazard specimen bag, like looks like from the doctor's office, with like a cup and a bag and stuff like that, and looked like they were poisoning my vegan burger patties on the counter when earlier in this live stream. Yeah. And it looked like from a doctor's office. So the only people that I know, that my mom knows and my sister, knows, that work at the doctor's office would be my brother Isaac, my mom, my brother Isaac, my aunt Josephina, or my aunt Hermelinda. Those are the only people I would know who work at the doctor's office, or like some sort of medical field, and who I would know they would get it from. So I put that into my suspicions, and these are just speculations and thoughts of putting things together in my mind, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not blaming nothing for nobody. These are just thoughts and connecting dots in my mind, as as they are shown to me, you know what I'm saying, as I believe these things are shown to me. So yeah, those are only 3 people that work in the medical field that I know of, that they may know. So that 2 of my aunts and my brother, and I know someone else that works in the medical field, but she says she works in Texas. But when she sent me a picture of her, like in her scrubs, she covered her ID, so it's my ex. My ex Angelique. So yeah, but she said she works in Texas. So yeah, I wouldn't think nothing bad about that. But anyways, if she was her, but I don't know. But I kind of trust her because I vent to her sometimes. But anyways, yeah. Other than that, those are the only people I know who work at the medical field, besides like a couple friends, like that I grew up with, like my old homie who I always trusted, with Nate Davis. He works in the medical field, but I wouldn't suspect nothing from him. But now that saying it, it's just like I think about it, yeah, I don't know who else would work in the medical field that I know of, like consciously, I can think of right now. Yeah, but anyways, just putting it out there so the dots can be connected, and I believe that they want to kill me, but they don't want it to be suspicious, so they're trying to make me sick with some sort of disease or some sort of poison to yeah, trying to make me sick, to not look suspicious for killing me. And my mom said that they were doing that to my grandpa too, like my aunts were, my aunt Melinda and my other aunts and Jason, that's my mom kept coming home every day when my grandpa's, I didn't go visit because I'm not partaking in any funerals. Anyone who's sick, I won't go visit them because I don't want to see them in that. I want to just remember the good memories and remember them like that, you know what I'm saying? So it's not out of like I don't like them or anything like that. It's just that I feel sad every time I see people sick or I see people hurting or dying, you know what I'm saying? So in the hospital. So that's why I didn't visit my grandpa or my uncle, because I felt sad and I wanted to remember their good memory of them being healthy, being good. But anyways, that's why I don't go to funerals or hospitals anymore. But anyways, that my mom kept saying Josie, and like every day, like when my uncle was sick, dying from cancer, she kept coming home. I didn't go visit him that often or anything at all, really. But anyways, my mom kept coming home saying they're poisoning my uncle Domingo. Josie is, because she wants the insurance money, which I guess my mom told me she got $100,000. And my mom kept saying, oh yeah, they're poisoning my brother, which is my uncle Domingo. And then when my grandpa got sick, they kept saying, my mom kept coming home saying, oh, your aunts Melinda and Jason and Melinda are married. Jason Diltz, my aunt Hermelinda, and my other aunt. My mom kept saying they're all poisoning my dad, which is my grandpa, and then And then he passed away, or from what my mom told me, he passed away, and they had a funeral, and I didn't even go to the funeral because I didn't want to be like see my grandpa dead, because that's my grandpa. I grew up with my grandpa. I was always at my grandma's and grandpa's house growing up, and I love my grandpa, you know. But I can just remember all the good memories. I don't have no memories of seeing him sick or anything, because I never went to go see him. But I remember the last memory I have of my grandpa is when we went to my aunt Irma's house about a couple years ago, maybe a few years ago, of Christmas. We're having a Christmas get together in Independence at my aunt Irma's house. And my mom pulled up, and we went. I made videos and stuff on Snapchat, and recorded videos of my family at my aunt's house. It was like a little duplex, you know, kind of down the street from the store, and from Little Caesars in Monmouth. Like when you past like Monmouth with a little store, corner store, and it's Little Caesars right next to it. It was like down the street from there, at my aunt's Irma's house. I guess she just moved in there, and I was feeling like that wasn't really her house, so I was like suspecting it wasn't her house. So I started recording videos at that point. But that's the last time I seen my grandpa, and we had Christmas there, and then my brother was there, my aunts, my cousins, everyone was there, like, you know what I mean? And even their friend is a Mexican guy, and I guess he was touching my mom's leg, and my brother got really mad at him, and called him out and stuff like that, like, what the fuck you doing and stuff. Got mad, and which me and my Aunt Melinda tried to calm him down, because the kids are around and stuff like that, because, you know, that's wrong to be yelling and doing things in front of any kids. But yeah, so we didn't want Isaac to like punch him or nothing. And at that point I was already like pacifist and stuff, so I was kind of helping my brother be calm. But anyways, yeah. And yeah, we went to my aunt's house that day, or so they said. It was my aunt's house. That was the first time ever being there, and I never went back ever since. I never been there again. But anyways, yeah. And yeah, I took videos and pictures and put them on social media, like, you know what I'm saying, on Snapchat and stuff. And then we went home, and I think someone drugged my drink, because, you know, my aunt was giving me alcohol, and that's when I was still drinking. And then there started my Aunt Melinda and Jason, her husband, was talking about pills and like oxycodone and trazodone, and Jason went to go get the pills and stuff, and I think one of them put something in my drink, because I started like feeling tired and blacking out and stuff, and not really blacking out, but like I just remember going like going home and stuff like that, and getting home, being home, being too drunk, and at that point, you know what I mean, I didn't really drink at that point. Like, even then I was gonna say no, but then I was like, it's right here, might as well. I had anxiety, I was listening to music and stuff like that, and I already felt like I was awkward. I had anxiety around my family, which I don't know why I would have anxiety unless they were doing something, you know what I mean, or just overthinking. So at that point I was just, I stopped going to family functions. I stopped being around my family. I stopped trusting them. Especially I had dreams of my aunt, her Melinda, and her husband Jason Diltz, trying to, like in my dream, trying to give me 3 blue pills in my dream, and I was like, nah, I'm sober now. And that's when I was sober, and I'm still sober today. And then in my dream I go into the different part of the house, and in the living room, and it was like a whole different house. I don't even know whose house was it. It was like a house inside my dream that was just created, I guess. And in my dream, my aunt comes in and starts talking to me, and then I feel something behind me, and it's Jason with a big old silver syringe trying to stab me in the back and poison me with a syringe. And ever since then I was kind of suspicious about them poisoning me, maybe that they're collaborating with my mom to poison me, because my mom was saying that my Aunt Melinda and Jason Diltz were poisoning my grandpa, and that's why he died. And even my grandpa was like acting weird when she would see him, and I never seen him. I never went to the hospital. I didn't go visit him before when he was sick or anything, so I didn't know how he was acting or reacting. But my mom kept coming home and saying that he's sick and this and that, and that he's gonna die, and then my mom kept saying that my Aunt Melinda and Jason were poisoning him. So now I think after they poisoned my grandpa, and that she kept saying they poisoned my uncle too to make him die, and that Josie was to get the insurance check. So she kept coming home every day saying that, and crying for my uncle and grandpa, like at different times, of course, because it happened different times. But anyways, now I think they have tried to poison me. Now I think they're continuing, like my mom became a part of it. And you know what my mom told me the other day, that she knows people who do magic, who are witches, spiritual witches, that know how to take people's like life force and stuff, and sacrifices and stuff like that. And she told me that like with like an evil voice, like with like a smirk almost on her face, like I know these people, yeah, I know them, but like, and she told me that, and yeah, she know how to kill people and like just take their energy or something like that. And she told me that with like an evil voice, and now that's all coming together. Like I think my aunts, whoa, what's this? I think my aunts and maybe be conspiring with my mom to poison me, what I'm saying? Because when I'm feeling better, my mom's is weird, like either feeling like low energy or something, but when I'm feeling sick, she's all uppity and energized, So I don't know if they're trying to like steal my like do something like spiritually to drain me. But anyways, I'm not really thinking on that too much, because I know God is with me, and it's kind of crazy, what I'm saying? But anyways, but it does happen. There's rituals, stuff like that, which is, you can look it up on the internet. It's just crazy things. But anyways, now I think that my mom's aunts and Jason maybe poisoning me and conspiring together. And my mom always goes shopping in Independence, at the Independence Winco, and the other day when I said these packages were open, they were my vegan food. Only my vegan food was coincidentally opened, leaking air, looking like I got poked with a needle. A little small tiny hole. Oh, you mean no one could really tell unless you were looking for it? And I already suspected and started looking at my food after I spit up blood, after I started feeling sick. I started looking at my food thoroughly. So she got home, and I told her my food is messed up. Right when she got home, I even got the bag of veggies. I was like, look at this is open. Right when she got home, and she was still in the car, and she's like, she opened her eyes really big and looked like oh, how did he know that bag was like, this is what her face looked like. She's like, oh, he caught us. Like, how did he know that bag was messed with or something? Her eyes opened so wide, and she's talking to my sister Miranda. She's like, we shouldn't get that kind, or that kind of stuff. And she was like looking at her with open big eyes, like I caught her doing something wrong. And at that point I was like, just confirmation that she's the one that's conspiring or doing it herself, poisoning me. And when she came inside, she called the Winco, or so she said she called. I didn't really see the phone call or log, but I heard her on the phone saying, I found some open packages. I just bought food this afternoon, and I bought food from there this afternoon, and some packages were open, and stuff like that. I heard her on the phone, talking on the phone. I was like, this afternoon? It's already 9:30 at night. They just said they went grocery shopping and came home at 9:30 night, at 9:36 exactly, when I heard her, like, putting the phone, when I was putting the food away, what I'm saying? Remember the time. And this was the other day, probably a week or two ago. And so I was like, 9:30 at night compared to afternoon. Why would you say afternoon unless you had my food somewhere else, and you were doing something with it, and then came home at night? And she said she went to the Independence Winco here in Oregon. And at that point, I just suspected even more further. And then I suspected that she went to my aunt, her Melinda's house and Jason's house, to mess with my food, or went somewhere during that, all those hours from 9:30 at night when she got home. Then I got the food out of the car for her, and put it away in the fridge from 9:30 at night. From all the afternoon, so afternoon would be from noon to 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 p.m. So from let's say 4:30, 5 p.m. to 9:30 at night, 9:30 p.m. Where was she with all the food at the grocery, with all the groceries she bought? What was she doing with it? Why did it take all night to get home? Where did she stop by with it before she got home? And that was just running through my mind. I wrote it down as well, write everything in my journals. So yeah, it just keeps adding suspicions and suspects.
Welcome back,
Yeah, it just keeps suspecting my mom and my sister, and I suspect my aunts and my brother too, but I don't really suspect them as much because I don't see them. I don't know what they are doing or how they're doing. I don't really talk to them. Every once in a while I check in on my brother through text and say hi, or like check on him, seeing how he's doing, or tell him a prayer or send him something positive, because I miss my brother, miss my little brother, and we don't even talk. He doesn't hit me up or anything, so that makes me sad. But anyways, I suspect that my mom's going somewhere with my food and conspiring with the people poisoning my food, or poisoning it herself. Suspect my sister as well, because they're the only ones around my food. And yesterday when I was making food, I put a plate on my food, and my sister was saying something about tampered food, and she was like laughing at me, like making fun of me because my food gets tampered. And at that point I kind of made a video on TikTok and I exposed it, and at that point I kind of convinced that my sister's partaking in tampering with my food, my little sister Miranda. And I was just like, it's just suspects and speculations and things I think of, and just connecting dots in these little ways. Like, why would you laugh at someone poisoning my food, making me sick and spit out blood? And why would you laugh at that? This is a serious issue. Like, I put this on the video, uploaded to YouTube and to TikTok. And I was like, there's no point in laughing at a serious issue. I'm like getting sick, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I suspect my sister may be partaking in these evil acts of poisoning my food as well as my mom. And so it's just like all these things. These are just like thoughts I'm thinking of, speculations, and things are adding up to look like my family is against me. It's not something I would just think of and put out there unless I was actually suspicious of, you know what I mean? I held it in for a long time, and now I'm just exposing every little thing that happens to me, my food, my surroundings, anybody who I see come over, my aunt, I write it down. If I hear my mom's friend come over, someone knock, I write it down. Sometimes I hear the door open and I don't hear nobody talking, and I just hear my mom talking to herself, or it sounds like she's having a conversation with somebody, but no one's like replying. And sometimes I think she's talking to herself, but then sometimes I think she's talking to somebody else, but I can't hear their voice from my room. And sometimes I hear the door open, and sometimes when the front door opens, like the air makes my room door move, and my curtain on my window move, and I can tell someone opened the door. It's like a burst of air. And then sometimes I feel like someone's here, but I'm in my room, so I can't really tell. And then sometimes I feel like my mom's sneaking people here in my house. And then I always hear my mom like her bed's like by the wall, by my closet wall on the other side in the living room, and my closet wall, like I hear her talking to herself, or someone talking through the wall. And I'm not tripping, because it's actually vibrations, like the wall. When you hear people talking through the wall, you can hear the vibrations. And I hear my mom talking to herself or somebody. And then I always hear stuff move right there on the other side of the wall in the living room. And I always think it's just her plugging the charger in, but then I hear like louder noises, like someone's like putting something right there or something right there, like, you know what I mean, on the other side of the wall, in the living room, and by the closet, not my closet, but like the wall, like my closet wall is in my room, but on the other side of the wall, like in the living room, is my mom's bed, and she has like a little area right there. She puts stuff right there, and she plugs in her phone to the outlet right there. So yeah, I always hear her talking through the wall, and putting stuff right there and banging on the wall. Like, she even knocks on the wall sometimes, like when I'm not answering her, and she's yelling for me, like calling me to like turn off the TV or something. Like, she knocks on the wall sometimes right there too, because that's like my room, and I can hear through it. So yeah. But yeah, sometimes I feel like she sneaks people in and hides like people, like hides it from me. Because the other day, like I said, she someone came. I heard the door, not knock, but I heard her say, I was reading the Bible on video, and I heard her say, "Who is it?" And she only says that really loud when someone's at the door. And then I heard the door open, you know what I mean? And then I asked her who it was on text, and then she's acting weird. Then I asked her who it was the next day, and she was like, "I don't know what you're talking about." I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, why would you hide that someone came over when I heard you say, "Who is it?" You know what I mean? I heard you out loud. I was on video, like recording me reading the Bible, and I heard you, and I was like, "Oh, mom, someone's here," from my mom, I guess. And I uploaded it and everything. I still have it on my video, on my phone and stuff. And it was on a Sunday when I was fasting, and I was like, why would you hide? Like, what's the point of hiding the fact that someone came over, unless you're really hiding something? And that's really suspicious. So at that point, I was really suspicious of my mom bringing people in here and trying to hide the fact that she's bringing people in here. I don't know who was here or what happened, because I never bring nobody over here, and usually keep my door like cracked open or all the way closed while I'm playing video games and reading the Bible or just relaxing on my phone, because my mom talks to herself, and sometimes it's just like a whole bunch of negative stuff, her saying people are getting killed and she's raping people and like she's abducting people and this and that, and saying random names and saying her own name in the third person, talking to herself, replying to herself. So it's like she says that things like that every day, and she says she talks to spirits, but if she talks into spirits, they're not good spirits, because everything she says is evil. But anyways, at that point, she's hiding something from me. I don't know what. She's hiding the fact that someone came over on a Sunday when I was fasting, which on a Sunday is my sacred day, my holy day, it's Sabbath day. I don't barely even associate with my family or come out my room, because it's a spiritual day for me. And I've been celebrating the Sabbath for a while, since last year, and every Sunday this year, faithfully, for God, because God's helped me so much and healed my mind and healed my anxieties and stuff like that. So faithfully I celebrate the Sabbath for him every day, and I'm humbled, and I read the Bible, pray all day, and stuff like that. And my mom was like really suspicious, hiding the fact that someone came over on that day. And I don't understand why she would hide the fact that someone came over on that day, unless it was like something she's trying to hide from me or be sneaky about. And so I really don't know. It's really suspicious to me that she would hide the fact that someone came over. You know what I mean? People even be outside my window, like listening to me talk or talking and stuff like that, or just talking to themselves outside my window, my room window, which is in the back. And I don't talk to nobody, I don't invite no one over, I don't talk to them through the window or anything. But yeah, I suspect my stalkers be doing that, and I even try to record sometimes, but then I don't see them, or they move fast, they walk fast. But anyways, sometimes I catch them, or sometimes I hear the neighbor walking his dog, the pit bull, and he's just like a chubby guy, kind of bigger guy. And my mom and sister are friends with him, and I guess he collects swords, because my sister told me because I had a dream that someone was trying to attack me with a sword or an axe or something, and I told my sister, and she says, "Oh, that's weird," because my friend, the neighbor that lives over there on the other in the next staircase over, he collects swords, and my mom and sister are friends with him. I was like, "Yeah, it's weird." I told her about a month or two ago, and she's like, "Oh yeah, our neighbor collects swords." So yeah, I was just suspicious. And then the other day, I think it was yesterday, and my mom said something about she wants to kill somebody with a sword. And I was like, she said it like, she said she wanted to kill somebody with a sword too. I was like, two? And I was like, why would you say two unless you've seen something happen? So then that was suspicious, that their friend, my mom and my sister's friend, the neighbor, collects swords, and my mom says that she wants to kill somebody too with a sword. So that's just really suspicious to me. So I'm just putting that out there as thoughts. I'm not blaming nothing for anything, but just putting out there as thoughts, connecting these dots, so whoever sees my live stream or whatever. And I'm just venting. But yeah, this is all just been happening. All these things are just suspicious. Some of the things sound crazy. I know they sound crazy, but you know what I mean, just thoughts. I'm not gonna react negatively to anything or anyone. But yeah, so that was really suspicious to me. Another day, she had like a bag with like dirty white underwear, like with stains on it. I mean, a dirty yellow bag, a grocery outlet bag that she wanted me to grab and put in the car. And I was like, ew, I'm not touching your dirty underwear. Like, I'm not touching that bag. It looks like dirty underwear on the top and shit. That's nasty. That's disgusting. And I recorded it on my video of her talking. She's like, and I was telling her that I'm not touching it. It's your bag, your dirty clothes. I'm not touching it. And I thought that was suspicious too. So I put it on YouTube and on TikTok. So it's like, whatever, everything's suspicious. Even if I'm wrong, I'm gonna put it up on my thoughts on it. I'm gonna record it and put it up on, expose it. Whether I'm wrong, if I'm wrong, cool, I can admit I'm wrong. But if I'm right, will be exposed to authorities. I don't care who's doing me wrong, but they're gonna go to jail for doing me wrong. I don't know who is, neighbors, friends, family. I just want to feel safe, and I want to feel like I can eat my food in peace without having to look at my food and feel like it's being poisoned. I just want to. I can want to go places, like just normal places, like to the store to buy something, you know, a drink, or like, you know, something to drink, or a bag of chips or something. And not feel like people are like following me or trying to frame me at the store or try to do me wrong, you know what I mean? I just want to feel safe and get this part of my life over with, and just do God's work. And yeah, and just do God's work and get this part of my life over with, because this is like, just, I get stressful, bro, and I'm just get anxiety, and I feel scared for my life. That people are trying to frame me, people are poisoning my food, trying to kill me, family included, neighbors. And it sounds crazy, like paranoid delusion, but it's really not a paranoid delusion when I keep documenting these things on video, on audio, visual recordings, on of only like things I suspect, and only things of me venting, you know what I mean? It's mainly just me on video venting, but when I hear people outside my window, I do record like it too as well, because people are outside my window talking or stalking me. You know what I mean? Like I hear something outside right now, but I don't really care what people think, because you know what I mean? Just leave me alone, and I won't have to expose nobody. Just leave me alone. Move on with your guys' lives. I'm a man of God fully and completely. I do nothing bad, I do no drugs, I do no alcohol, I do no criminal activities, I don't hang out with nobody, I don't invite nobody here. I stay in my room by myself, play my video games, read my Bible. I just want people to leave me alone so I can just live my normal life and just do God's work. That's it. I'm just tired of feeling scared, tired of feeling anxiety, scared for my life, fearing for my life. Like people are trying to frame me, trying to put me in jail or prison, people trying to poison me and kill me, people trying to do me wrong, and like family trying to kill me, family trying to put me in prison, frame me as well. Like I don't know why they would do it, but I just don't understand. I don't know if they're getting paid by somebody. I don't know if they're being forced or coerced to hurt me, poison me, and try to frame me. I don't know if that people are giving them drugs to try to frame me or hurt me, but you know, I wouldn't doubt any of this, of them being forced, you know what I mean? But it doesn't seem like they're being forced. It seems like they're doing it out of their own free will, of trying to kill me and poisoning my food, and possibly conspiring with my stalkers and trying to frame me and set me up. So I think it's out of their own free will, my family conspiring against me and conspiring with my stalkers. So that's what I feel, but I mean, it could be wrong, because my mom did tell me the other day that someone tried to ram her car and stuff, and I think the police, my mom, because my sister said that the police were trying to set her up as well, so I wouldn't doubt that corrupt police officers are involved in this situation to use my sister to scare my mom, to use my sister to scare my mom of my sister going to prison, and using my sister as like a to help her get out of trouble, because she got in trouble a while back, my mom told me, and that the police were corrupt and tried to setting her up, and it was police, and then my mom said that she was talking to police and they were suspicious. So I wouldn't throw out of the equation that there is corrupt officers here in Oregon using my sister as a scare tactic of going to prison to force my mom to go against me, to plot against me or set me up or make me look like a criminal in any way, shape, or form. So I wouldn't throw that out of the equation just yet, because my mom and sisters did say the police were trying to set my sister up and frame her. And then I did have a dream where two police officers and my mom were smoking meth, and I had a dream that my mom was smoking meth with these two police officers, and the two police officers were trying to trying to set me up and frame me, and so was my mom. And I don't know, I heard the big bang on the wall right now when I'm saying this, so I don't know if that's because my mom like heard me or something, but I wouldn't doubt that 2 police officers in state of Oregon were corrupt. I don't know how many police officers would be corrupt in this equation, because I haven't talked to police or seen police in many years because I don't do nothing wrong. So I don't know if the police officers are scaring my mom, using my sister as a scare tactic, trying to send her to prison and set up my sister, but trying to use it as a scare tactic to go against me. But if they are, it would be police officers, corrupt police officers trying to scare my mom and set up my mom and sister and do things against me. So I don't know. As soon as I started talking about corrupt police officers, I heard a big bang, like the front door slammed or my mom banged on the wall or something. So yeah, so I don't know if that correlates, but yeah, a big bang when I was talking about corrupt police officers from out in the living room. Anyways, yeah, I had a dream that 2 police officers, they were both Caucasian males, about 5'9" to 6 foot, brown hair, and this is my dreams. This is just a dream I had. They were in the kitchen, and we're in a house, but in my dream it was like a whole different house, but it was our house, my mom's, and but in my dream it was different. And I come out to the kitchen out of my room inside my dream, and I see my mom smoking meth with 2 police officers, and the police officers are smoking meth, and they're all smoking meth, and the police officers are trying to set me up and frame me for crimes, and they're corrupt. They're smoking meth with my mom, and they're white police officers, so I wouldn't doubt if they're like white supremacists, undercover officers, because these organized domestic terrorists are infiltrating police officers, FBI's, and all these agencies, judges, and being lawyers, and looking good and looking in good standing, but really they're racists, or they're organized domestic terrorists, like like all these things. But anyways, yeah, I wouldn't doubt that police officers were trying to scare my mom, that my sister's gonna go to prison, and try to set up my sister, because my sister and my mom said that the police were trying to set her up and set my sister up. And then when my mom went to go talk to the police, they wouldn't let my mom talk to my sister, and the police were acting weird and trying to set my sister up and all these things. So I wouldn't doubt that these corrupt police officers was using my sister as a scare tactic to scare my mom into framing me for crimes, or poisoning my food, or trying to make me look like a culprit for someone else as a scapegoat. I don't know, but I wouldn't doubt these things as just a conspiracy, a thought, and speculation. So I just put it out there. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but there's corrupt people everywhere, no matter if they're police, no matter if they're FBI, no matter if they're anywhere. There's corrupt people anywhere, and I pride myself on integrity and honesty and doing the will of God to just spread the gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ and pray every day, So I'm doing everything I can to just be the best person I can be. So if there's corrupt police out here in the state of Oregon, and they're trying to set me up or frame me or look like I'm a culprit for some sort of a bad thing, then I'm just putting this thought out there that so it could be exposed, and maybe the IA, the internal investigations of the police, can look into it. The FBI can look into it. Any law enforcement agency that may be above the police in Oregon can look into it. And if anything does happen, I will be putting grievances in against anything that does happen that looks faulty, or looks like scare tactics, or looks like framing, or anything that matter from corrupt police officers or law enforcement agencies. I will take this to the Supreme Courts, and also to local, because I'm pretty sure if it's local, they're gonna say no, and they're gonna judge against me. But anyways, because that's local and they're corrupt, so it would have to be taken beyond local local into federal, into Supreme Courts, and the appellate courts as well, which I know a lot about, because when I was locked up, I would study the law just because to be knowing of these things. I know ORS numbers, I know all these things, and I've had them in my room on papers printed out, and I know all these things. I know the appellate courts, I know the Supreme Courts, I know how the courts work, you know what I mean, just from studying, and knowledge is power. So if they are against me, the police in any way, or the corrupt judicial system, I will go through all of the proper channels to take this to appellate court, to the courts, civil courts, and also criminal courts. So yeah, I'm just tired of all these things happening. I don't know if there are corrupt police, but I'm just putting this out there that it could make sense for this situation. So yeah, like I thought about it once, you know what I mean, but now it just came to mind when I was thinking about it right now and talking. So yeah. So I wouldn't hold doubt to it, but if it is corrupt officers, corrupt agencies here in Oregon, then leave me alone, please, because I'm not doing nothing bad, and I don't want to have to expose anything bad that you guys are doing. Just leave me and my family alone. That's all I ask, because I'm very intelligent. I may seem like I'm not intelligent, but I'm very intelligent. I'm an empath, and I'm receiving a lot of spiritual help, and I'm thankful for that. I'm not bragging about it because I am humbled. And they're telling me these things like in messages, and like spiritual messages, and like showing me things, and sometimes I think these thoughts and they correlate with what's happening, and I don't know where these thoughts came from. Sometimes it's just thoughts that pop in my head. So it's like, just leave me alone, please. I don't want to expose your corrupt agency, how you're working with criminals, and maybe working with racists and domestic terrorists to try to frame other people. I don't know if you're working with, I suspect you're working with a militia of probably of Caucasian males, and that's what I suspected in the past. So I don't know, but anyways, just leave me alone, please, and just leave my family alone. Let us be in peace. And if you guys are scaring my mom and sister into going against me, stop. Tell them that you're done trying to scare them and being corrupt police against me and my family. If you guys are, I just need the help of the FBI and the courts and the judicial system, the mayor, whatever is out there, the Senate. These things need to be exposed, and these, you know what I mean, I'm exposing every single thing I think, almost, and everything I suspect. Family, friends, acquaintances, neighbors, corrupt officers, corrupt agencies. I don't want to have to go to the IA internal investigations to report corrupt officers or anything, but I would if I have to, and I'll take all things. I'm not a violent person. I am pacifist. I am Reverend Fernando, and that's just me trying to do my best for my life to take my vows to God seriously, of being antisocial for now, not being around anybody or inviting anybody over ever, male, female, any age. I don't associate with or bring anybody to my house because I don't trust, and I have severe anxiety of bringing people over because I have PTSD of people trying to frame me and not trusting them. So that's why I don't bring anyone over. I don't even associate with my family when they come over. Like my aunt visits my mom like all the time, my Aunt Irma, and she visits my mom all the time, and I stay in my room. I don't even associate with her. So it's like because she's a drug addict as well, so I just I'm not around that. Like sometimes after she leaves, she was talking to my mom, I go get something from the fridge and I smell like methamphetamine in the air, and then my mom tells me, oh yeah, she was just smoking out here. So I was like, oh, that's fucking disgusting. I turn around, cover my nose, and I'm about to throw up in the bathroom because it just disgusts me to the core. But yeah, anyways, I took my vows seriously to God, vows of pacifism, vows to abstinence. I'm a vegan, you know what I mean? I don't believe in anything violent, anything at all violent. It's against my religion It's against, my God. I follow the 10 Commandments. I respect, everybody that, like my family who I talk to. I only see my sister and my mom sometimes. My mom, and only see my sister once in a while, and then every time she like talks to me, she always wants to be negative. So I just said, I just go to my room, or I just continue doing what I do, and I just kind of ignore her, because she's always on the negative thing, and she always wants to say something negative. So I don't deal with negativity well, because I just isolate and pull away from negativity. I don't react badly or anything. So it's just like that. I'm just trying to do better. So yeah, if there's corrupt cops out here, just leave me alone, bro. Leave me alone, and I won't have to expose anything. And whether you're working with organizations that are illegal organizations, criminal organizations, whether you're doing corrupt things, I wouldn't have to go through any channels, appellate courts, judicial courts, federal courts. I wouldn't have to put anything in. And if I do start seeing these things, I will put motions to put these things out there. I know about a lot of motions, and all the motions have to go through the courts. So you just have to put the name on it, put the plaintiff, the defendant, in a civil case, or in a civil case or a criminal case, put it through the courts, submit it. You know what I mean? I know a lot about the law, because I studied it while I was locked up. But yeah, I don't do nothing bad. I just want to be left alone. Just leave me alone. If you're listening to me outside my window, leave me alone. If you're listening, hacking my PS4, or you have an audio visual device somewhere in my house hidden, leave me alone. I don't think these things. I'm just putting it out there. If you do, leave me alone. Just leave me alone. I don't want to have to do any of these things to expose anything bad, but I will. If you guys are just continuing to frame me, continue to scare my family, continue to hurt me or my family, continue to poison my foods, continue to try to set me up for crimes, trying to make me look like a bad guy, I will report it all. On video, on YouTube, on TikTok, on Facebook, Instagram, on Twitter, on everything, you know what I'm saying? Everything. I don't care if I sound crazy. It's just going to be thoughts put out there. I would say if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, please help me. But help me expose criminal activities. So yeah, just leave me alone. That's all I really want, just to feel normal life. And these are domestic terrorists, I believe, gangs, corrupt police officers who may have corrupted my family, maybe have coerced my family, my extended family, my aunts, and their husbands may have partaken out of suspicion, just my thoughts of my dreams, just suspecting it. I have no idea what else to say. This whole live stream is just me venting out thoughts and stuff. I'm not paranoid. I'm not like anything like that. I'm just expressing it out. Sometimes I get anxiety when something happens, but it's not controlling my emotions in a negative way, so that I react negatively, because I control myself with self-control, and fasting every week has given me self-discipline. So yeah, I'll never react negatively at any time, because I never have to. I'll call the police. I'll report it. You know what I mean? Just leave me alone. I'll make a video of people stalking me or people doing criminal things, and I'll report it. I just want to be left alone from all things trying to set me up, poison me, frame me, or anything. All I do is play video games, read the Bible to myself on video, on social media sites, and make these exposing stalkers tactics videos, people trying to frame me, people poisoning my food, people now tampering with my shampoo, giving me sores on my head after my mom had just said out loud, the other day, she said to herself, like I was in the bathroom, and she said to herself, Matt, why don't you tell him what you did to shampoo? So now I suspect some guy named Matt that my mom may be friends with, that is conspiring against me or something in some way that I don't know who it is, but that's what my mom says. She always says, my mom talks to herself, so she says names. She says Matt, she says Brian, she says Sean, she says Reggie, she says the last name Peña, she says the last name Gonzalez, she says the name John Ortel, she says the names what else? She says the names Cooper. She says the names. She says a whole bunch of names, and most of them are repeating names that she said for a long time. And so, putting these out there, she says, what else? She says the last name Cantu. She says a whole bunch of names that I can't remember all of them right now, but those are just some of them. Yeah, the ones she says a lot are Brian. I heard her say the name Amanda before. And I heard her say the name Chris as well before. I heard her say, what else were their names? I don't know. I heard her say the name Gizmo before, which was really suspicious. I was like, you know, a Gizmo that lives in the complex, and she's like, no, I'm talking about our old dog. But she's like stuck. She like froze for a second. She's like froze for a second. Like, how did he know that? And then she froze. She's like looking at me like, and like almost like nervous. And she was like, no, I'm talking about our old dog we used to have. But she was saying like a whole conversation about some guy named Gizmo. So I know she wasn't talking about no dog that we used to have, because we used to have like a Shih Tzu named Gizmo, a little fluffy dog. But she wasn't talking about that. But she was talking about some guy named Gizmo. And you know what? I put two together that someone named Gizmo lives in the apartment complex, or lives close by, because their Wi-Fi name is Gizmo. So that's how I put that together. So it's just really suspicious, because she says Gizmo, then she's talking about some guy named Gizmo, and then I say, you know, someone that, and she freezes and looks nervous, and then so I think one of my stalkers may be conspiring with her, is named Gizmo by nickname or one of his aliases. So yeah, I don't know. It's just a suspicion. It's just something I thought I'd throw out there. So yeah, exposing this if I have to expose it, you know what I mean? Just leave me alone, you know what I mean? If your neighbors, if your people who hate me, who don't like me, or you just trying to use me to frame me or poison me or kill me, whatever is the fact, just leave me alone, bro. Yeah, but yeah, that name Gizmo, and you know what I mean, on my phone, you know, I could see all the networks, even if they're hidden, because I have options opened up to where I can see their IP addresses and everything. So yeah. But yeah, so I suspect my mom's conspiring with my stalkers, and some of my stalkers are conspiring with stalkers, or some of my neighbors are the stalkers themselves. Old ladies, other people. I even suspect the like bluish black SUV out there that says Top Dog on the license plate to be one of my stalkers, or be somebody who is conspiring against me. I just have that gut feeling, you know what I'm saying? When you get that gut feeling when something's up. And then my mom was bragging the other day when I caught her doing something, and she's like, you have to be the top dog, you have to be the top dog. And that just sparked it, like, because the proud people, the evil people, always brag about what they do because they get away with it, or try to get away with it, and they're proud about it, you know what I mean? So she's like, you have to be the top dog, you have to be the top dog. And like, she threw her hand up like a gangster, you know, you have to be the top dog. And my mom said that. Yeah. And I was like, okay, just like whatever, you know. And then that made me think that the SUV who's parked in our parking lot, at the front but in the apartment complex, and it's like a bluish black SUV, dark color, with the license plate Top Dog. So I do suspect those people who own that vehicle to be partaking or conspiring with my stalkers, or actually being the stalkers, and to be partaking in criminal activities, who are trying to frame me, trying to poison me, and do me wrong as well. But yeah, it's just suspicions at this point, and things that are correlating, and I'm adding up in my mind, you know what I'm saying, and on paper. But yeah, so yeah, if something comes down to it, and I don't know these people, I don't know whose car that is, or what apartment they live in, or I never seen them before. So if it comes down to it that they are accusing me of anything, then I'm gonna know for sure that they're my stalkers, and they're the ones trying to frame me, and they're the ones that are, you know, trying to do me wrong. But anyways, yeah, all these things are just adding up to look suspicious. Putting it out there though, just leave me alone, let me live my life peacefully, and I'll do good, you know what I mean? I'll do good, and I'm never gonna return to the life of sin. I'm never gonna relapse on any drugs or alcohol. I'm never gonna do anything bad. I'm so scared to my core that one mistake can hurt me, so I'll never make a mistake. I'll never slip up, because my PTSD like drives me crazy to not do anything bad. I'm so scared to my core of making a mistake, and that'll look bad on me or hurt me in the long run, that I won't do nothing bad, because my PTSD, like, it's a trigger to, and it gives me anxiety, like, it makes me think people are framing me or trying to make me look bad, and I will never do nothing bad, because like my PTSD, it like drives me nuts thinking about anything. I'll just think on things, and yeah, it just, I'm getting stressed just thinking about it. Whew, I was talking too fast, sorry. But yeah, it just stresses me out. So my anxiety keeps me from doing anything bad anyway. It's just like a mental health thing that's like really just scared me straight. PTSD and anxiety. But yeah, all these things are just adding up. I got a year's worth of thoughts and activities that I've done in the day, like, you know, hanging out, playing video games, of my mom thinking my mom's trying to set me up, thinking people are trying to set me up, who I suspect, what happened that day, family trying to set me up. I have like a whole year's worth, you know what I'm saying, of all these things. I even took video of one of them, like of my journals, just so I can have them. So if my journals come up missing, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm just trying to be just a God-loving man, and just trying to be the best man I can be. I don't want to date nobody. I don't want to be around nobody. I just don't want to be around anybody, any age, any male or female. I just want to be left alone and do good. And then once I heal myself and I'm in a good place mentally, of not feeling anxiety from social anxiety, and not feeling like I'm getting framed or someone trying to set me up, then I can start being around people. But as for now, it's like a PTSD thing that's really severe, that I don't want to be around nobody. I don't even want to leave my house sometimes, because I'm scared, and I fear for my life that I'm either going to get set up or framed, or someone's going to kill me, you know? I became really like antisocial, but I'm normal now. It's like anxiety's kind of not as bad no more. Like, I used to just have anxiety all day long, every day. And yeah, look at this nigga probably listening to me. Look at, he stopped even doing that. I don't know, I feel like hackers listen to me sometimes. But anyways, yeah, I just want to feel no anxiety. Like, I used to feel anxiety all day, every day. It wouldn't stop. It was just continuous anxiety. Like, I was scared. I would curl up in a ball. I would cry. And, you know, I look like a big old man with tattoos. Look scary, but I would literally be curled up in the ball, scared and crying. Like you know, like I would be praying and crying. It was like stressful. But yeah, like, you know, I even cried the other day. I was crying, you know, praying, but it's like sometimes it just gets to me and I cry, bro. I'm like a real emotional guy, like, you know, real emotional. So it's just like it's like crazy. I'm just trying to do better. I'm trying to be better, and I just want to be left alone, not feel scared for my life in any way, shape, or form, and just feel like I can have a normal life without people trying to frame me, set me up, or poison me, or trying to kill me, or following me, you know what I mean? I mean, if FBI is out there, like, trying to help me and follow me, and just like I'll work with you guys to get these criminals out of the streets, because I'm tired of being followed. I'm tired of feeling scared and anxious. I'm just tired of all these things. I'm like so fed up. I'm just like at the point where every little thing that's gonna happen to me, I'm probably just gonna call the police or make a report. You know what I mean? Like, not every little thing, obviously, but like everything that, you know, is police report worthy. You know what I'm saying? To just everything. At the point where I'm gonna go to the police station and do these things personally, because sometimes I feel like people are spoofing their calls, and like it's not really who they say they are. Like, they say they're police, but they won't give me their badge number. They say they're this or that, but they won't, like, you know, they act funny, or they have people in the background saying he's psycho or something like that, or they saying my nickname in the background, which I don't even use no more. Because that when I had a nickname, that's when I was doing like when I didn't want to be like no one know my name, because I was scared, you know, that people were trying to snitch on me or something for something. But I don't do nothing bad. I just use my real name now, and I'm not scared of talking to the police because I don't do nothing wrong. Just leave me alone. I'm really intelligent, and if I did get framed for a crime, guess what? All I have is time inside, and to learn more things, build my spiritual relationship with God, to learn more things, to expose more things, to write letters to the courts and get appeals and all this other stuff. But I know I'm not gonna get framed, because I keep having the power of God on my side, and God God has blessed me and protects me, and I got the power of God, you know, and I read the Bible every single day, and God is with me. I truly believe that God is like even showed things to me that like I don't even know how I know, but then I just comes to my thoughts and I just expose it, and I'm pretty sure my stalkers are like just amazed like how much things I found out, and how much things I expose, and just things of that nature. And it's like they're probably like, how does he know these things? What's like, you know what I mean? And it's because like I'm spiritually connected, like super spiritually connected, and I'm not bragging about that. It's just that because my spiritual protectors and the things that are guiding me are just beyond space and time, and it's God, you know, God himself, the creator of heaven and earth, and they're just like helping me through all these things, and I give thanks humbly. Like, I can almost cry with gratitude, because that's how grateful I am for protecting me and saving me. And I love that God is always with me. Like, you know what I mean? Creator of heaven and earth, the most powerful, he can do anything. Like, he created the heavens and earth, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he can do miracles. He creates prophets. He creates, you know, he can do anything. Like, if you read the Holy Bible, you can see he can really do anything he wants. Like, you know, God is amazing. And, you know what I mean? God of the Bible, God creates prophets. He gives people's dreams of the future. He created the prophecy of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, and you know, and it came true in the Bible. And I believe that humbly, that God can do anything. And that's why I believe, and God. Even today, I read part of the scripture, the Holy Bible, that to the prophet Jeremiah, I think his name was prophet Jeremiah, that he told prophet Jeremiah that he sanctified the prophets and ordained them before they were born, and he knew them before they were born. And that was just amazing. I know I'm special to God. I know that I'm not just somebody to God, you know, another person. I'm actually special to God. He's helped me have dreams of prophecy and to protect myself, and I feel like God is telling me that these dreams are going to protect myself, but he wants me to help people with my dreams, and in the future, after I'm done out of these situations of people trying to set me up and people trying to do me wrong, and trying to poison me after I save myself from these situations, that he's going to let me have dreams of other things, of real prophecy dreams of the future, and help me. And just and he wants me to help people and help the world to, you know, to be a better place with these dreams. And I believe that's true, and that's why God is still with me, because he knows I'm humble, and I told him that I'm thankful and I will help people in the future to to be saved by Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, and to quit, you know, in the life of sin and all these things, like bad things, to help people come to Christ and Jesus Christ and to God. And I truly believe that wholeheartedly. I've already have prophetic dreams of protection for myself, so I know once I get out of this situation, I'm gonna have prophetic dreams of real life situations of others, of the world. I don't know yet. I can't tell because I haven't gotten there yet, but yeah. Just God is amazing. I just want to feel safe in the world. I just want to feel like I'm not being stalked, I'm not getting poisoned. I just not just want to feel that way, but I actually want to not be poisoned and not be stalked and not be attempted to be framed for crimes. It's just getting tiring, bro. It's like I just, you know what I mean, corrupt people. I don't know if there's corrupt police officers, corrupt FBI agents. I don't know if there's corrupt, you know, government officials. I don't know if there's corrupt people. I don't know if the neighbors are, you know, in on this. I don't know how deep it goes, but it's definitely more than just one person stalking me. It's on an organizational stature. But you know, I can't tell you how deep it goes. I would think if they are corrupt, it would be a lot of people in this organization, maybe domestic terrorists, maybe racists. You know, it would be on a different. But yeah, I just want them to leave me alone. Just leave me alone so I can live my life. Go find, like, I wish you guys would just stop being evil and wicked, but if you guys are going to continue, just leave me alone and go do it to someone else. I do not wish this on anyone else, but just leave me alone, actually, and just change your ways and go believe in God. Even if you're atheist, change your ways and see that the miracles that God has provided me to know things and to protect me, know that God is real. Know that my power is real, my manifestation power is real. Know that my dreams are real. Knowing that I have raised my internal spiritual level and enlightenment. Alright guys, I'm gonna hop off. This is Flawless God Season. You already know. Reverend Fernando. Also know it's Flawless God Season, and it's your real live ordained minister out here. And when I say God gang, I just mean that I love God, and that's, you know, God's amazing. It's not a real gang or nothing. It's just God. You know what I mean? When I say 7's up, it's just my favorite number. That's it. There's nothing gang related about it. I have no gang ties, no gang relations. No gang, you know, anything gang related, and I'm not part of any negative organizations. I'm not even part of, you know, anything bad or anything. So just pray for me, I guess, and thank you guys for watching. Probably gonna make some more TikToks.